Hey, 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 family. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is another day to live out my purpose and to give it 120%. Come on, say it again. Welcome to the Purpose Experience. Today is another day to live out my purpose and to give it 120%. Come on, good morning, good morning. I hope that you are feeling amazing. Let me tag in Rita. Oh goodness, I didn't charge my phone last night. Well, how are you feeling today? Morning, Toya. Morning, Stephanie. Let me tag in Rita. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Oh, I'm excited for today. Come on, write it in the chat. You already know. What are you grateful for today? Grateful, thankful, blessed. Come on, we sure are. I am grateful. If you checked out my stories, yesterday I ran, y'all know Vontae love the kids. And yesterday I ran into two of my babies and I don't know what I thought. I don't know if I thought they would stay little forever because I was just in shock. Like, oh my goodness, these giants. If you look at my stories at some point today, you will see them. And they are just doing so well. And I am just so proud. And it like ignited a new fire in me to get back to my youth work, but to discover a new way to do it. Toya said, thankful that I finally got some sleep. Yes, Toya, you've been up at like 3, 4 in the morning. Stephanie said, grateful the week is almost over. Come on now. What's the weekend plans? What's the weekend plans? Let's go to our announcements. And I only have one today. If you are looking to start a business, I tell you guys about the Women's Business Center all the time. If you're looking to start a business, if you have a friend or a family member that's looking to start a business, on Tuesday, July 20th from 5:45, that's supposed to be p.m. to 8 p.m. They are having a class for current and future business owners. The session will provide an overview of starting a business and give potential entrepreneurs an opportunity to get answers to their most pressing questions, such as you'll know the basics of registering your business, related licenses, finances, and the principles of a business plan. You can go to wbctrainings.org to get that information. And the amazing Mr. Clinton Toms is going to be the one teaching the class. And Mr. Clint, Levante and Dorsey and Associates, right, would not be where it is today if it wasn't for Mr. Clint, because I myself took the business class at the Women's Business Center. And Mr. Clint is just like a ball of knowledge and a great assistance. Even now, I email him, Mr. Clint, I don't understand this. Can you please help me? The Women's Business Center, if you are an entrepreneur, or you have a family member that is looking to start a business, do not sleep on the Women's Business Center. It is an amazing resource. Even right now, for established businesses, they have a competition going where you can win, it's either 5,000, 10,000, it's some money to win just from filling out an application about your business and expressing the need. Don't sleep on it, okay? Good morning, Doretha. Good morning, Miss Wendy. She said, I'm thankful I'm up in time for the purpose experience. Come on now, because we're talking about authenticity today. Look, I'm so excited I can't even get the words out. Good morning, Maja. Good morning, Miss Lashia. She said, grateful for that class. I took it as well. Doretha, aren't they amazing over at the Women's Business Center? They just are. So don't y'all sleep on it. If you have any further questions, feel free to inbox me. If you're interested in that competition, if you already have a business, feel free, because they have a sponsor ad going on Facebook. So I will send you the information. Are y'all ready for today's topic? Oh, I was pinching myself when I was studying and going through this and really looking at, right? Authenticity. The real you or the knockoff. Oh man, come on, get your pens and papers ready. Oh, go ahead, Maja. She got her trip. Where are we going, Maja? Because I'm going to just pack my luggage now. Go ahead. Remember, I wrote a message. Grab your pen and paper because I am going to challenge you on some questions. There are some notes you can take, right? So don't say Levante didn't. I missed the knowledge. Come on now. So authenticity, real you or the knockoff. And when we set this bad boy up, we have to look at the fact that how are we masking our true selves? How are we showing up or not showing up authentically? And when I thought about this, I said to myself, well, Levante, what is keeping you? And it felt like my mind almost has two versions of itself. And there are things that others know about me, but then is this side and secrets that I hold deep to me that made me wonder, am I truly walking in my authenticity, or is there a part of me that's holding back? And some of us have gotten this skill down so good of presenting our knockoff, right, that we can barely tell the difference between the two. So to further hone this in, I got an example for y'all visually, right? Now y'all know, well maybe y'all don't. Back in the day, I had me a good old fake Louis Vuitton. My little boo thing bought it for me in high school. I should, of course I knew it was a knockoff. But look at these bags right here. Now I don't know about you, but I can barely tell the difference. And we know it typically comes to the very keen eye to be able to tell the difference. And right now, some of us are showing up in the world with people thinking that we are our authentic selves, but they're not really knowing that the knockoff looks just the same. Hold on now. Take it in. Take it in. People think we are being our authentic selves, our real selves, and they don't know that our knockoff version or part of us that puts that mask on to kind of just go with the flow and look good in front of other people looks just darn the same. You can barely tell the difference between our fake. But I, of course, am here to challenge us to new heights, right? To really look at how we really want to show up authentically in this world. And a lot of the theorists from psychology and stuff, they talk about how we are on a journey from birth towards self-actualization. And that's really getting to know who we are, what we want out of this world, what our true values are, what our real characteristics are. And I'm going to tell you in a second, hold on, because it wasn't a scripture I had for today, but a quote. So authenticity, to the degree that we are unable to express our emotions, we remain impaired in our ability to love God, others, and ourselves as well. So there are times where we've learned to put filters at times, right? But there are filters to not hurt people, but then there are filters when maybe you have been shut down or people tried to silence you and not give you a voice. And so now, to the degree that you are unable to express your true emotions, you remain impaired in your true ability to love others, love ourselves, and love God. I just want to make sure we're getting that right. So maybe something in your future shut down your authentic self. Maybe someone told you, well, we don't want to hear your opinion, so you stopped expressing your true opinion. Maybe at time people laughed at you, so you stopped. Something happened that made you say, I cannot show up. I cannot be my true self because the world at some point knocked that version of me down. So right now you're getting the knockoff of me because when I tried to be my real self, it wasn't accepted. I crawled into my little cage and that was that. And you just let this sink in because throughout the day you may think of ways in which, am I putting on this front like this is not my true self? And we got to pay attention to the fact that it is affecting our ability to not just love others, not to just love God, but ourselves. And we talked about self-love before. And she said, oop. And one thing that really stood out to me is that we're taught about our parents and everybody loving us unconditionally and everything. But in actuality, we are taught from an early age that love is conditional, right? So as a baby, you were your most authentic self. You was just living life. When you cried, you knew exactly what you wanted. When you expressed emotion, it was because I needed this, and that to serve me. But as we got a little older, we learned to fall in line, to get our parents' smiles, to get the hugs and the love and the praises. There were certain ways we had to show up, certain ways we had to behave, certain grades we had to get, certain ways we had to filter ourselves that may have not been our authentic self to get that conditional love. We found out that it was a trade-off, and there's a certain way I have to be to get these rewards. So maybe even Stephanie said, I fight hiding the real me often. It's hard to peel the layers and let people see. Come on now. Thank you for being honest, Stephanie. And I know it's challenging, but imagine the purity, imagine the joy and happiness we will have if we live our authentic selves. And it really comes down to, look at this quote. Authenticity isn't about being the real me, but being true to our purpose and values that drive us. Now, I want you to think about it. Write down my values, right? And if you don't have time to fill this in now, because we might move a little fast, I want you to really think about this later. What are your core values? What is it that you live by, you stand true on, that drives you? What are your core values? Is it to give unto others? Is it to be nice to others? Is it to volunteer? Is it I'm all about my religion? What are your true values that drive you and give you the energy? Brandon said, come on, friendship. Uh-oh. He said, you're talking good. Let's break off the spirit of fear in the name of Jesus. We will not apprehend our authenticity. Oh, I like apprehend our authenticity. Come on now. Teresa said, I really like that quote. I'll post it on my page for everyone to see and get that. And then we want to look at, and y'all can jot this down, so you have your values and what drives you. And then here's the question I want you to ask yourself. So put down 1, 2, 3. And just put yes or no, or say it out loud, however you best do. Do you feel free to make your own choices? Come on now. And I don't know who might be hindering you from making your own choices. It could be on the job. It could be in your home. It could be your mate. It could be whatever. Do you feel free to make your own choices? Number 2, do you feel free to express your own views and opinions? Remember, we talked about sometimes we have that imposter syndrome that shows up in the boardroom. Well, I'm not smart enough, so I don't want to say this opinion. Meanwhile, the person across from you said the exact same thing that you should have said. So you're not being your authentic self, your true self, right? So do you feel free to express your own views and opinions? And lastly, do you feel you can be yourself on a day-to-day basis? Or is it that you have to put on that mask, put up your filter to show up and make it through the day? Come on, we striving towards authenticity. What did friendship say? We will not apprehend our authenticity. Come on now, come on now. If you answer no to any of the questions, take a time to think a little further on this. Could it be that you are not being true to who you are? Come on now. I hope some people gonna get some breakthroughs today and what they really, feel and need to show up as. So one way we can begin to step towards being our authentic selves, and y'all can write down the part in the yellow. And remember, I'm gonna post all of these on my page in case you need to go back. So tip 1, you gotta know your purpose. Know who you are and what you stand for. Step 2, be real, be your own person. We've been out here comparing ourselves to other people, trying to be copycats. That ain't never gonna feel good. Who are you? Stephanie said, I've spent years struggling with identity. The last few years I asked God to reveal who I am, and he really has helped me. How many can have that prayer today? Everybody, that's gonna be our prayer today. Dear Lord, please guide us and show us in our identity who our authentic selves are. Come on now. Follow your dreams. Discover your passion and pursue your dreams. Some of y'all right now are heading to a job where you don't give 2 pennies, 2 nickels about, right? And in your mind, you know what you really want to be doing, but you're too afraid to live your authentic self. Set yourself free. Right? Line it all up first. I ain't saying leave the money now. Line it all up first and then get going. She said, this is all good. Integrity, commitment, honesty. No problem, Miss Lashia. Now we want to be grateful, appreciate what you have, and express your gratitude daily. Now, come on. Now, we already aced that one. We do that every day, and they recommend having a gratitude journal. Trust in yourself, right? It's your own life, so own it and don't live your life as someone else. Come on now. Be a role model. You want to inspire others and demonstrate good behaviors. We talked about that yesterday. We talked about it. Have a positive attitude, a positive mental attitude, and it can reduce your stress levels. Take care of your emotional well-being. Be a lifelong learner. Come on, invest in your development and continue educating yourself and live in the moment. Oh, how many of us can't even live in the moment? Enjoy your life today because yesterday has passed and tomorrow may never come. Some of us are still dwelling on stuff that happened 5 years ago. And how can you show your growth and your authentic self if that's where your mindset still is? Live in the present day. Do some grounding exercises, whatever it takes to really be there. Come on now. Let's see. And there was this one tip I like. Be more aware of what is happening in your body, right? How do I feel each day? Do I feel tense and tight? Because that could be linked to stress that's happening in your mind and your thoughts and your feelings. And you want to listen to your inner voice rather than losing it in the noise of others. Make it an ongoing process to listen to your hopes, your dreams, and your fears. You should be writing this down. We are striving towards authenticity. Absolutely. Teresa said, this is good. The push I need to keep going to my complete authenticity. Come on now. Own yourselves and your truth. Come on. Because I ain't the only one that be lying to myself. I thought to myself the other day, I said, Levante, you lying to yourself so good that you believe it. Don't let others push you into their way of thinking, but also don't stick to views when you are proved wrong or they no longer work for you. Take responsibility for your choices and be yourself. Be honest, transparent, all of this. Come on now. Are we getting it? Are we ready to walk towards being our authentic selves? Real, or do you want to be? Come on, let's show it again. You want to be the real one that is walking and knows your values and knows where you're going? Or do you want to be that knockoff version of you still where people think it's one way, but down on the inside, you are struggling with some real things? And another, I'm going to post it, so don't even worry about answering this now. Another part is thinking about how do you define authenticity for you? And it can't be my definition. What is your definition of authenticity for your life? When do you feel the most real and alive? What prevents you from showing up authentically? And what will you let go of so you can live with more authenticity? It might be another person. Come on now. Who do you need to connect with to embrace authenticity more this month? Don't beat me up. I know it's going fast. But I'm going to post it on my page so you can have all the resource, right? Ms. Lashia said, own it, confront it, and change it if you must. Come on now. All right. Now, don't say I didn't give you some tips towards how to be your authentic self. Brandon Friendship said, be in the presence of those who embrace your growth. Come on now, because some people will absolutely see you on your new journey, hate it with a passion, keep their mouth closed, but have actions all the times and little comments that don't align with who you're trying to be, and they're going to try to hold you back. So you got to think of who do I need to push out? Too many people like to lock us in boxes because they themselves are stuck in one. Friendship, now you talking today. Stephanie said, I'm going to need this replay. Every day, I put all of our lives on YouTube under my page, Levante Dorsey. And of course, they're always still on Facebook. Just do a little scrolling. So today, hold on, Stephanie. You said, I prayed to God to show me my true identity and be my authentic self. And that is going to be our prayer for today. Pray for yourself. Pray to God to show you really who do you have me to be? What are my true values? And how can I truly walk towards my authenticity? It's going to be a journey. Don't think that this is going to happen overnight. It is a journey that we will continue on, but definitely shed light and have that little joyous moment where you discover just more pieces bit by bit. Okay? All right. I love you guys. Miss Wendy said, yes, Brandon. Toy said, yes, Brandon. Isn't friendship amazing? I tell you. I love you guys. Y'all pray for me. I'm about to head to the dentist that they don't find no cavities because your girl's not about that life. I love you guys. Share this out. Have an awesome, awesome Thursday. I'll see you on Monday. Bye.